communist, disgraced former advisor, and chief architect of the controversial Safe Schools program, Roz Ward this week found herself temporarily suspended from her position. This follows last week's revelations due to somebody capturing photographs of Ms. Ward at a Say No to Trump rally in Melbourne. It was revealed that she herself was in fact a giant bully who even physically assaulted a Trump supporter and attempted to rip his hat off. Miss Ward has openly admitted that Safe Schools is not about anti-bullying at all. It is in fact about supporting gender and sexual diversity, which I find it rather ironic that the poster child for anti-bullying and the basically sole founder of the Safe Schools program and the chief architect of this unsafe program is in fact a giant bully. It's rather ironic, isn't it? Yeah. So there's a couple of quotes that I've come across this week from Roz Ward herself. One saying, "Now we just need to get rid of the racist Australian flag on top of state parliament and get a red one up and my work is done." Now, just in case you don't understand the reference to a red flag, this is, of course, saying that Roz Ward, founder of the Safe Schools program, would like to see Australia as a communist nation. This is, of course, referring to the red flag of communism, which, of course, goes perfectly hand in hand with her second quote of the week, which says, "I not only teach people to be gay, I teach them how to be gay and communist, so invite me to your school if you will." So there's some very, very controversial statements from Roz Ward herself. I didn't fully understand that that's exactly her intentions prior to hearing her state it herself so clearly. Now I can say I clearly understand her goals and intentions. Also controversially in the news this week, the GALE Association released a few very interesting things. They said they were claiming that educators need to be on the lookout for a new modern form of homophobia and transphobia. This is, of course, a far more subtle form of homophobia than the traditional form, and this new modern form is rampant in Australia. So rampant, in fact, that we need special educators from the LGBTI advocacy groups to come in and run group sessions for our educators so that they fully understand the extent of the problem of this modern transphobia. And basically this is characterised by disinterest, disingenuous support, or hoax tolerance or sham tolerance. They are not homophobic, however they prefer that their child not be LGBTI and that they not associate with the LGBTI community. So in other words, what they're saying here is that all conservatives who don't wish their children to be gay are in fact modern homophobics. Now, what is modern homophobia? Nobody knows, possibly because the GALE Association, or possibly Roz Ward, may or may not have indeed invented this term themselves maybe a week ago. So there you have it, people. Basically, they, I believe that, another interesting point made is that they also released that when organising these conferences or workshops, that activist organisations only invite stakeholders who are willing to support the Marxist twisted agenda, as inviting uninformed and prejudiced, ambiguous participants may prove a barrier to constructive discussion. It's very interesting. They caution activists to be aware of conservative actors and traditionalists whose main aim is to protest and block government action and to try to make sure that schools safeguard conservative values and limit knowledge of liberal values in our schools. Now, they're basically combating heteronormative, conservative views, biasly affecting our children, while they teach, or should I say indoctrinate, according to their own words, our children, their agenda. It sounds really fair. I think that history should tell us what's going to happen here. I believe it's just a matter of time. We once actually had our own Safe Schools program before, back in the 70s, called the Safe Schools Coalition. It's a very interesting story. It sought to help young gay and transgender people navigate the difficulties of realising their sexual orientation during school. This, of course, was eventually shot down and labelled child indoctrination and social engineering. That maybe sounds a little bit familiar. So what actually also ended up happening in that case is that many of the educators and many of the high-up members of the Safe Schools Coalition were accused in federal parliament of grooming children. So if history does in fact repeat itself, that may even possibly end up happening again. Let us know your thoughts on it. We'd really like to hear from you. Leave a comment, don't forget to share this article. It's important to get the news out there. There's been a major push that Roz Ward step down from her position and possibly even safe schools be abolished altogether. Certainly have all public funding scrapped. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.